Hey guys, this promises is my last video. I also wanted to share with you guys a little bit about um, kind of how all of these actually intertwine, how all of these work out. Why do I keep saying workouts? It's because I need to go work out and I keep putting it off. So why do all these programs kind of sound the same? Because they all sort of are the same in one way or another. If you look at keto, it's kind of similar to low carb. If you look at high protein, it's also similar to it can in some ways be considered similar to keto. You know, you aren't eating a bunch of carbohydrates and pastas and things like that. So when you're thinking about these programs, think about, again, I just talked about earlier about how they make you feel. But I also want you to notice, if you haven't already, that while these programs might work for you, maybe one or two or even three of them, these meal plans, it's all about how much you eat. It really comes down to calories in and calories out. This is something it's taken me so long to wrap my mind around because while it seems so easy, I have that mentality that I need to clean my plate. I feel like I literally could eat all freaking day. So I have to be really cautious of that and be really mindful. And that's kind of where, what I think the portion fix containers come into, because they help teach you the right portion sizes. If that's not what you want to do, just Google it, like the right portion sizes for, proteins and fats. Obviously, if you're following keto, you'd have higher fats. You want to be mindful of that. But, how much do you need to put? Like, if you need to have 4 ounces of meat, well, what is 4 ounces? Well, that's like half a cup. So if you've got your measuring cup, then that's how much you need to have 4 times a day or 5 times a day. Focus on that, figure it out, but do not go over, because even with things like, people get hung up on being organic. They're like, well, if I'm organic and I eat organic, that means I'm going to lose weight and be healthy. Well, yes, you might be healthier on the inside, but it's really about how much you are eating. So when you think about that, you can totally overeat. That's honestly my biggest problem, is overeating. I eat healthy. I eat very healthy, but I can eat way too much. So like even my Chipotle that I get, it's totally vegan. I'm getting my pinto beans, my black beans, I get the brown rice, I get the salad, I get the salad dressing, which is really just honey, and it's got like vinegar in it and oil and like adobo seasoning and things like that. It's all really good ingredients, but it's also 130 calories for like 2 ounces. So when you think about that, I'm consuming about 1,000 calories when I have my Chipotle meals. Probably, well, anywhere from 800 to 1,000 calories. So, with the guacamole and stuff, guacamole is very, very good for you, or avocados are very good for you, but they also have a lot of fat. Now, it's good fat, but again, when you take in too much, you're not going to get those results you want. So you really have to focus on the right sizes of your portions. Again, I just wanted to share with you guys, because people didn't seem too interested in portion control, but that in the end is what is going to get you to your results, is making sure you're not eating too much, making sure that you're eating the right amounts of food. And with the Portion Fix program, it is all broken down into, like reds are your proteins, yellows are your carbs, blues are your fats, oranges, there's an orange container. Orange is your like your seeds, so like nuts and your salad dressings and things. So, and that also does include wine and chocolate. You also get that a few times a week, in place of some of your yellow containers, which are your carbs. So it's definitely a plan that follows, I would say, a whole food or a clean eating program, because it's all whole grains. It's all, but it's a very well balanced. So it's meats, it's got dairy in it, it's got whole grains, it's got your fats and your oils, and it still has sweets. So it's kind of like the food guide pyramid, but condensed, because it also goes along the lines of the portions, which is probably why I struggle so much with that program, because I like to eat a lot of food. So again, I just wanted to share that with you guys, because it's something that you really need to focus on when you are trying to lose weight. It's all about your portion sizes. So one thing I try to do is when I make a plate of food, whether I'm picking up, I've got my beans and I've got my grains and then I've got my vegetables, because that's kind of my vegan plates now. So I'm looking at the plate. I get smaller plates also, and my family has the bigger plates because they like the bigger ones. I get the smaller ones for myself because I'm a visual person. And so when I look at that plate, I'm thinking, okay, all of this is going into my belly. Like, think about all that food in your stomach. Do you really need to eat all that? So, you know, they always say, like, at a buffet, your eyes are bigger than your stomach. It's so true. You know, you're like, oh my gosh, that looks good. That looks good. That looks good. Give me that. Give me that. You have to think about after. Again, this goes back to the mindset. Think about how you're going to feel after. We know it doesn't feel good to be stuffed and bloated and have to unbutton our pants. So why don't we just scale it back and just know that you will be satisfied on a smaller amount of food. You just have to get that in your head and know that you're not going to be starving. You're not going to die. You just have to eat a little bit less. So I'm going to stop there because I've shared a lot of content with you guys today and a lot of information, but I really, really wanted to focus on the portion sizes. Again, the Portion Fix program does not have to be something that you do, but it is a really easy way. It's a very visual way for people. If it fits into the container, then you can eat it. And if you're making a salad, you know, you just put your salad mix in the green container and then you dump it into a bigger one, and you put your seeds in this orange container and you dump it into there with your salad mix. You know, it's really easy, and it's a very good, easy, and simple visual way for people to get in the whole food nutritional foods. So you can do that with the organic, whole foods, clean eating. And there is actually a vegan Portion Fix plan as well, which is pretty cool. So that's all I wanted to share with you guys about that. And I'm going to go pack because Jesse's going to kill me if I don't. So talk to you guys soon. Bye.